Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'd like to introduce you to a new style of Japanese tea making, and that's using the Japanese blazer or Furo. Now, first thing we need to do is to set up the kakejuku or the hanging scroll. Now this is done inside the tokonoma or alcove in English, and because this area is sacred, I need to hang it up using a bamboo rod, because I cannot actually enter the tokonoma space. What I'd like to do next is to introduce you to some of the components that make up the kakejuku. So now let's have a look at the picture of a kakejuku, and I've defined the various areas of the kakejuku, from the top, the heaven, the ten, to the bottom, the chi, the earth. The scripting is on the honshi, and here this is a good indication about the various parts of a kakejuku. Now let's make some tea. Okay, here we are at the chashitsu. Already we have the furo or the blaze, and underneath that is the shikita. The shikita is the lacquer that protects the tatami from the blaze or the furo. I've just placed the kagama on top of the furo, and now I'm placing the mizusashi. The mizusashi contains the cool water that is used to regulate the heat of the kama or the boiling water in the kettle. Now I've brought in the chawan and the natsume in the right hand, chawan in the left hand. Inside the chawan there's a chakin, a chashaku and a chasen. Finally I bring the kensui out. In the kensui there's the kensui, the futaoki and a hishaku. Now using our left hand we pick up the hishaku, using our right hand we pick up the futaoki. We place the futaoki near the furo, and then we turn the hishaku face up and we lay it down like so. Now we are ready to purify the tools. Firstly we take the chawan and we place it a bit closer to the furo, and then we pick up the natsume with our right hand and place it in front of the chawan. We then purify using the fukusa. My previous video talks about how to fold the fukusa. We're going to fold the fukusa and we're going to purify the natsume. Notice that the fukusa is in our right hand, natsume in our left hand, towards us, away from us, center, turn, remove. Next we're going to purify the chashaku. Again we have to fold the fukusa. This time it's going to be in the opposite hand, the left hand. And then we're going to pick up the chashaku in our right hand and purify as so. 1, turn, 2, and 1 more. And look where we place our chashaku, on top of the natsume. Now we are going to fold the fukusa, and now we are going to purify the hishaku or the ladle. We change hands, always a little bit confusing, and then we lift up the lid or the futa of the kagama. Notice how we lift up that lid, horizontal towards us, and then put it on the futaoki. Take out our chakin and put it on the futa of the kama. We then take out some water and put it gently, using all the water, into the chawan. Using the ladle is probably my most difficult task. I'm still working on it, so sorry if it's not exactly correct. Then we purify the chawan once, circle, lift up, circle, and then do a little whisk, and finally a no pattern, the Japanese no formation, and then withdraw the cha sen. And now we transfer the chawan to our other hand and dispose it into the kensui. We then prepare the cleaning process using the cha kin. I'm just folding the cha kin, and then I'm placing it into the chawan, and now I'm going to turn 3.5 times, quite boldly, quite fully, and then this half turn and withdraw. Okay, now that I've finished purifying all the tools, I invite the guests to enjoy their sweets while I make the tea. I pick up the chashaku in my right hand, natsume in the left hand, and I scoop 2 scoops into the chawan. 1, and 2. I then give the chawan a little tap, and then I replace the futa or the lid. Now my otenmai for this was not so good. It was a little bit not so smooth. So practice makes perfect. Just like my chashaku or tenmai. Next, I lift the lid of the mizuzashi and I place it to the side. This time I didn't need to put any cool water into the kama, but usually we do. Temperature should be around 90 degrees. I scoop up some water and I pour it into the chawan, not all. The remaining I put back into the kama or the chagama. And now I am ready to whisk the tea. Using the cha sen in my right hand, I give it a nice whisk, very firm, using the wrist only. This is uji cha from Kyoto, so it's a very nice ceremonial tea. Beautiful flavor, beautiful color, and wonderful smell. Now I've readjusted the video so you can see my placement. Where I'm sitting is the teishu datami area, teishu meaning the tea host, and now I'm going to move the chawan into the public area for the kyakusama or the guest to collect. I then bow, and then I go back to my original position, and this is what the tea looks like. Isn't it a beautiful green texture? Absolutely wonderful, with some nerikiri. There you have it. I really hope you enjoyed this process using a furo to make tea. If you have an opportunity to go to a chashitsu and enjoy, please do. Thank you for watching. Come back soon. Take care.